Good afternoon. Now, if you don't think this song is the greatest song ever, I will fight you.
I'm gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight.
What is up, comic fans? It is New Comic Book Day. It is Wednesday, and we're doing New Comic Book Day. Why? With I got a special guest in the house today, so we'll introduce them soon. This show has migrated, right? So it used to be on Psychotronic Squirt Guns channel, and we did, cross streaming. Not anymore. He's passed the torch on. He's going to be a guest host occasionally, and I am now going to host New Comic Book Day. Why? Where we look at some new books. My guests will sometimes bring new books, sometimes bring old books, and we'll try to figure out why. Why are we so enthralled with New Comic Book Day? Why not just go buy the classic silver, bronze, copper, even golden age stuff, right? Why are we purchasing this stuff? But we'll make it fun. We'll make it light. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring on my co-host for the day. Very busy man. And he's been good enough to join me today. We have Cliff on Comics. What's up, Cliff?
I'm just posting my 3 back-to-back streams that I'm doing tonight.
There you go.
It's all good.
Oh.
I've got you now until 7:45, and then I jump ship for the Council of Comics, where we have our guest Max from Stellar Lands, and then from
Nice.
Council of Comics, Stevensville and I will depart the council and head straight over to Sector 2815 to join Paul and Mark for Guess That Key. So I'm just very excited. Somewhere in there, somebody give me a urine break, and I'll be great.
Awesome. So we'll let Cliff finish posting while he's there. And
you can still ask me questions even though I'm not making eye contact, and it's only slightly rude of me.
I heard you never make eye contact, Cliff.
Oh my God, I always make eye contact. It's hot.
There we go. That's the Cliff we know. So how was your day, though? You're a very busy person, huh?
Oh my God, no. Yeah, my day was crap. All right, moving on right along. You know what? Today I was strong for the people who needed me. That's it. That was my day. That was the highlight of the day.
Sometimes we have to be strong for others who can't be.
Yep. I need our art. I have no idea where it is. This ever happened to you where you're just like, where is everything I'm looking for? Because I'm trying to make post,
Yes.
And then you ask yourself, you're like, why? Why did I want to be a content creator? Like, why did I ask for this? Like, clearly this is just a whole bunch of aggravations I didn't ask for.
Right? Because it's like, oh man, I have a real job, or I have a job. And then it's like, oh man, I got home. I got to be on a stream in 15 minutes. What do I got to eat dinner? The struggle.
It was from 4 o'clock. I was calling my mother, simple dinner. I have 3 shows, simple dinner, right? And like I walked in the door, she had tuna melts on French bread and tomato soup ready to roll. She's like, let's go. Let's go,
Mom coming in clutch. All right. So I do have this book I'm going to show, so I'll make myself a little bigger. This I actually went to my comic shop today, and my comic shop owner had this waiting for me. But this is Spider-Man 2, well, Spider-Man Reign 2. This is the black and white cover, kind of like a Spawn-ish cover. But this is San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Woo.
Yeah, so I got this guy. It's cool.
I think it is very neat.
Yeah, Kari Andrews, but it's got that Spawn vibe. I don't know, like Spawn on top of a building. Keep going. And who is this? I think this is supposed to be Miles Morales Spider-Man. Did you read this?
Let me see.
Spider-Man Reign 2 by Kari.
No, all right. No, I've not read it.
Me neither.
I actually think that's Peter.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is Peter. It's crazy though. Like he's like shirtless and pantsless and
Well, he's a wild old man at that point.
at this point, right? Everything's things not working the way it used to. Not you.
Not working the way it used to. Oh, every man over 40. And-
But he's like, yeah, he's getting older. But I'm not used to Curry Andrews doing interior, so
I mean, he's still looking pretty fit for his age, Peter.
yeah, he's got the ripples where
Where
it
they
should be.
matter. Yep, he's doing all right. He's doing all right.
But he definitely hasn't seen a razor in a while. So
Not in certain areas, no. There are clippers. It is the 21st century, Peter Parker.
right? And apparently, tighty whities are still a thing for old guys. I don't know. I feel as my generation gets older, we're gonna migrate into boxer briefs, something along those lines.
Well, men's appendages do expand over time, so it's a whole thing.
But yeah, I got this from the comic shop. There were a bunch of like PX exclusives that were from San Diego Comic-Con, and my comic shop just picked them all up for me, knowing that I like to go to cons and that I don't go to San Diego Comic.
Oh, can't even.
Yeah. Right. I would love to get to San Diego Comic-Con one day, but
You
It
know
is-
what? Like, the thing is like, no. Like, I just, like, there's nothing. It looks like such a cluster. Can we curse here?
yes.
It looks like such a clusterfuck. I'm not down for it. I'm just not down for it.
Sorry guys, hope you don't mind. I got rid of the hats. Today's not crazy hair day, but it's also not crazy hat day.
I love your vacation locks. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. That's suave, fresh out of the ocean hair. That was my absolute favorite. I was just here like,
Get it.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my goodness.
I do like vacation.
And
Actually, next week I'm going on vacation with my pops. We haven't done
that's so sweet.
I know we haven't done a father-son getaway in a while, so
I can't wait for us to go to Heroes.
right? That's gonna be fun.
Listen, I've already saved up $509. Like when I tell you, I am literally saving the damn pennies. I
Yeah.
mean it. Also, where is everybody? Why is it 0 people watching us? What is happening?
I don't know. I might.
Oh, we got 3 likes. We got 3 likes.
There we go. It went from 3 to 4, which is weird. They're probably over.
I'm 4.
There you go. Well, let me see. Maybe I'll watch my stream too. That'll add one. When this show did migrate from another channel, so they may be just on the old channel going, why hasn't it started yet?
Could be.
So,
Could be.
oh, I see 5 likes and 3 people watching. So that's cool. And I think I got a new subscriber while we were doing this show. So
Delightful.
right. It's partially me. I didn't promote this show the way I should have, but this is a test run. I think I'm trying to get my bearings on how I want to host this.
The test run. MJ came in. Thank you, MJ. Thank you.
And Lore Comics just want to drop in and show some support before I go to bed. Well, have a great evening, sir, and thank you for showing up and showing out. Comic Lore. What's up, Comic Lore? With the pink hands. There we go. But yeah, I'm going on vacation with Pops. It's been a while since we've done anything, but it should be fun. It should be cool. I was like, hey, what do you want to do while we're on vacation? He's like, whatever. He's like, I'm easy going. He's like, you know what? You make the plans. I'll follow along. And I was like, all right. Well, it's a lot to live up to now. So. My dad will be fine with whatever I give him, but I still want to make sure he has a good time.
It's about the quality time.
I think
You
so.
know?
As long as we hang out. I know he said he wants to be warm and he wants to drink a beer. So
No, that's plenty of places.
that's
You know, unfortunately, that also describes hell. So,
yeah. I mean, it could turn into hell.
it could.
Speaking of hell, I picked up
Ooh.
Gunslinger Spawn. So this is what is this? 37? 37, yeah, issue 37. Who did the cover? No idea. Looks different. Looks like it says poo, but that's definitely not what it says. But we got Carlos Barbieri doing it in here. I'm assuming he did Brett Booth. Oh, Brett Booth did the with Z.
Brett Booth. I love me some Brett Booth.
Yeah, maybe that's why I thought. Oh, it says Booth, not poo.
I would love for him. I would love for him to do some adult male superhero erotica for me.
There you go. Brett Booth is he's good. He got better. I don't know how to say it. With time, he got better with time.
Dude, he was always good. Always. It's the inkers and the artists coming into play that
Right.
can take you or break you.
Right. I mean, that's what they say a lot about JRJR now. It's like, he's got different inkers. And,
I always say that about JRJR. Always say it. That man's entire career is built on the backs of the men who were there to support him. All right. But that's just my salty ass take. He's actually a lovely fellow in person. Can't stand his artwork, but he's a lovely fellow in person.
I met him in this person got shot through the head. I met him right around when what was that Batman series that Snyder did, and it had rotating artists. Oh, I forget what was it called? All-Star. I think it was All-Star Batman he did.
Oh Lord.
And I met him around that time when he had just started working for DC, and he was a very nice guy, except I gave him a Punisher. Was it Punisher War Journal #1 to sign or something like that? And then he went off about how they ruined like this die-cast cover that they were going to do, and then you could just tell he was a little salty about
everything.
Yeah, at that point he was salty, but now that he's back with Marvel, he seems happier.
Yeah, that steady paycheck for trash is amazing. If someone was paying me a solid paycheck to go scribble out doodles every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
All right.
No, you could keep going. It is what it is, and whether you like his art or not, I find him to be hit or miss, but more miss than hit.
Yeah, those hits.
But yeah, he's had a hard time his whole career, though, right? He was junior when he showed up, so they were like, "Oh, you're just John Romita's kid." That's how people referred to him for a long time.
And if you talk to the old boys, they still do.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. What's up, Jay Margolis? And Comic Lore saying, "What's up?" Right back. All right. This was a book that interests me. FML, because I feel like I say that constantly daily. But about a group of teenagers, which I ordered I didn't realize it, but I got the 6th cover. So what is that? Like cover F. This is the design variant, apparently, on the back. So I paid an extra $1 for this one, I think. I didn't realize I ordered that. But yeah, about some young kids, one in primarily who has, he's into like metal and D&D and all that other cool stuff. And they grow up around a pandemic. Any of this sound familiar?
Surprise, surprise.
And there's just a bunch of weird stuff happening. So it seems like that is including, I'm not going to give it away, but there's some weird stuff at the end of this book. But this splash page, talking about doodles, it's like everything you say just appeared. Like you talked about hell, I had a Gunslinger Spawn ready. You talked about doodles. There's a doodle in this book.
Yep. It's like I know. It's like I know. Oh, Christina Payne. Thank you. Love you, darling.
Christina's in the house. What's up, Christina? Now it's a party,
It is. It's only a party when it's a Christina party.
right? Ain't no party like a Christina party because Christina party don't stop.
Right.
We picked up Kahori. You know, it's funny when this came out on Disney Plus.
Yep.
Dragon's Layer's here. What's up? Dragon's Layer's in the house. What is up? We're showing the new comics today because it's new comic book day. Why? So Kahori shows up on Disney Plus, and during the What If, and I'm like, who is this Tesseract based character? And
you're like, oh wait, she's new.
yeah, I'm like, oh, they really went for it. Like, they created a new character, Native American, Tesseract based, and they're just going to throw it on this show. What If? Well, I mean, what better show than What If? And I think this character really held. It was a very, for me anyway, I was very interested or intrigued by the character. So
I was interested too, and you know what? The book sold out. The book sold out before we even got there.
Right. So apparently a lot of other people did too. So
I'm so mad about it. But I did order a couple copies that were still at a decent price.
There you go. Nice.
That was still cover price, I should say. I'm just mad that I got to pay the shipping.
Got to pay the. That's the thing. It's like, oh, all right, the book is cover price, and then when you see the shipping, you're like, got me.
Yeah. I know. And then what does it do? It just pisses you off, and it makes you try to order something else to make it worth it.
Just to get, just to make the shipping worth it, right? Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, let's see what kind of slab I can get for $30. Let's try to make this run out. Come on.
There we go. Yeah, here's a small spoiler, guys. It appears there's a character who looks like Daredevil in the book. So check it out. But yeah, I was very interested in the character, and I was one of the people who, like went on Google and was like, where have we seen this character before? And it's like, you've never seen this character before. All right. I'll show like one more clip, and then you got anything you want to show?
I've got 3.
There you go. All right. Clip coming through in the clutch. This is Something Is Killing the Children, 0. Now, they called this like a prequel, but I was like, wasn't everything after 17, like from 17 to like 22 or something like that, prequel-ish? But anyway, they went with 0 and did another prequel.
Because this is the origin. It's
right. Origin story. So now they use 0. So there's no going back to 0. 0's been done. So that's it. They had their one shot.
Yeah. No, because if they need to dig deeper, double 0.
And there's always decimals and negative numbers.
Or what about 0? Or what about 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 0.5?
Yeah.
And then the ever elusive 1.5.
Ooh. Amazing Spider-Man did that with the 5th volume of the book or something like that. They had like 1, and it was like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. And I was like, stop.
Well, the 1.1 was the jumping on point, and then the other points were like villain jumping on point, something weird like that. They tried.
They did. There's everybody's favorite monster killer, Erica Slaughter, in action. So that's cool. All right. Let's go.
Not to be confused with my OnlyFans character, Eric Slaughter, who stars in Something Is Killing My Pussy. And,
nice.
Which, by the way,
there you go. Busting it.
So let's start with JSA #1 by Jeff Lemire. All right. So you'll notice this kind of looks like Infinity Inc. And they are Infinity Inc. And they're like, look, we're the JSA now. This is how we roll. And they're like, are you sure? Like, what about these guys? They went missing. Where should we be looking for them? What about these guys? Do we really need another bunch of members that we are not keeping tabs on? And Obsidian is a little bit wild at the beginning of the book. And I was like, yeah, that's how you write a gay character. Powerful and everything. I love it. And then, of course, it's a surprise at the end. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. anyhow, I really enjoyed it. It was a great start, you know, solid book, like the art, love seeing Jade in the leadership role.
Yeah.
So great.
That
Next-
actually is a pretty cool cover. I like it.
And this is the A cover. They have I think it's the B cover is the villains, the Injustice Society
Nice.
with the new Red Lantern girl. Then
Dun, dun, dun.
we got Ultimates number 6. And they go to battle the Hulk. And the Hulk is like I forget where he is, but it's almost like he's at what's the city for Iron Fist? Anyhow, it's almost like he's there. But then the immortal weapons of the Hulk join the fight. So this is like one giant first appearance for the immortal weapons of the Hulk. They put up a badass fight. And then, shocker, surprise, one of the Ultimates dies.
Oh, no. Are you talking about Kunlun? Is that what it is?
Kunlun, yes. I think it's Kunlun. But I just, you know. Oh, Freaky Louie, love you, baby. So anyhow, yeah.
Nice.
We're both Boricua Papi Chulos.
Right?
Freaky Louie. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it, sir. We're both Puerto Rican. He's a little more Puerto Rican than me. So, you know, but if I get some of that Puerto Rican in me, it makes me more Puerto Rican. So I mean, there's theories. Anyhow, you know what? I'm allowed to make those jokes, but somehow I don't like it when other people make those jokes on my behalf. So anyhow, great book, highly recommend. And of course, there's a death, so I guess people are going to be clamoring for this. And last but not least, because I love the main character so much, it's Absolute Superman.
Nice.
I was ready for it to be absolute garbage, but I didn't hate it. You know, we meet Superman, we meet his parents, you know, we meet Lois, we get a glimpse of somebody who I highly suspect is a form of Brainiac. Beautiful artwork, very cohesive storytelling. Certainly, I enjoyed this. I think I enjoyed this the most of the three. I didn't care for Batman. I liked Wonder Woman, and I liked this. And again, I'm biased towards Superman, so maybe I liked it a bit more. But really enjoyed this issue. So yeah, and I really enjoyed some of the twists from this book. So there's one big twist. He did not leave Krypton as a child or as a baby. He left Krypton as a child.
So he had some memories of Krypton.
Oh, he has memories of mom and dad. Yes.
Oof. All right. You know what's funny? I actually did like Absolute Batman, but only because of the absurdity of it, and also I had negative expectations for it, and it was better than negative expectations. So I think whenever I go into something with like a baseline that's below positive, and then it actually is fun, I'm like, all right, I can live with it. So the only thing that didn't click with me was the actual character, the Bruce Wayne character, right? To me, it's just a shell. It's a big, chunky, hunky guy, right? It's not, there's no depth to him. I don't know what his mental is, you know, I don't know who he is as a person. But then there's the Batman that's like super jacked and still has kind of the same principles, but he's just big and throws people. He's like Bane. He's a Bane Batman. So the absurdity of it, I think, actually, I enjoyed that. Absolute Wonder Woman is on the pile. Got to read it. And so is Absolute Superman. I am intrigued because I did hear, or I read somewhere, that it was supposed to be a Superman that didn't have the like a family growing up and wasn't exposed to Lois Lane. But you just said he does have a family and he does have Lois Lane. So I am definitely
he's just meeting Lois Lane, and she's basically arresting him. Like, it's a whole thing.
Right. And which is weird because the issue 2, like the paragraph for it, the intro for it, says that the peacemakers or whatever are sent after him, but that it's one woman with a strong voice who stops him or whatever. And I was like, oh, that must be Lois Lane. But if she dropped in issue 1, I don't know why they're making such a big deal about her being in issue 2. I don't know.
Well, because I don't know, because we actually get to know her in issue 2, you know.
Oh, I'm gonna be quoted on that. Absolute Batman. It's better than negative.
It's better to be quoted for that.
Put it right on the right on the title. I did actually pick up, like I said, Absolute Superman #1, but I got the which is this the B cover or something? The D cover. It is the Clayton Crane cover. The only reason I picked this one up though is because the A cover, there was one A cover left in the LCS, and in the back was just a huge like color rub, like the color missing on the back of the book. And I read all my books and I touch them and I put my oils on them. I just can't buy a book that's destroyed if I didn't do it. So
yeah, I have that vibe too. And also I have a blank and I have a Clayton Crane coming.
Nice. I did. Crane apparently is also the one in 50 cover. So you can get this Virgin 1 in 50 if it so floats your boat. And apparently they're not going for way over ratio. So I mean the 50 is probably going to cost you 40 and the 1 in 25 will probably cost you 20, but this book isn't like super sought out because they printed so many of them. So even the 1 in 50s aren't that rare. So you're not going to spend a gazillion dollars if you got $40 to spend on a book. I did not. So
that is true. We just do not have it laying around.
Speaking of Superman on Krypton, if you're reading Action Comics, Superman is on Krypton. So we got that here. He's in the Phantom Zone trying to figure out why some really twisted, gruesome creature was released on Metropolis. He's in there. He runs into all sorts of bad guys without giving away too much of the story. And then while falling into some void, he ends up on Krypton. And, you know, as we all know, Krypton does meet an end. So that portal he goes through is he's done a time warp. He's ended up back in time. And I'm going to guess part of the Superman story is going to be him trying to get off Krypton before it explodes.
Well, he went through the Phantom Zone, so it'll just be through the Phantom Zone again. But you know, I like how it is, right? Because he fell through a portal in the Phantom Zone. We don't know if this is the real Krypton. This could just be an alternate Krypton with just enough information to help move the story along. You know,
True.
I don't know. I have
true.
different vibes. Also, I like how I like Mon-El in the series, but I do not like that the panel at New York Comic Con, they straight up said, yeah, we had to do research on Mon-El. And I was like, no, you had to do research on Mon-El? No. I'm like, Mon-El of the Legion of Superheroes, Mon-El, Superboy's brother adopted, who was put into the Phantom Zone because of lead poisoning. Mon-El, who has a long-standing relationship with Shadowlass of the Legion of Superheroes. Mon-El, who spent 1,000 years in the Phantom Zone before they were released because Brainiac 5 was able to come up with a serum for the lead poisoning. That Mon-El research on? I was so mad. Mon-El! And look who did the cover. No Good Comics father. Para que lo sepa, imprudente. Okay. I got
it. As long as you got it out. Cliff's rant. You know what? We're gonna start a new segment for this show with where you do that, and we're gonna call it Cliff Notes.
Oh my God! You actually intend to have me back? All right, we're gonna negotiate a contract.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have you working. Gonna have to tell mom to keep the dinners light on Wednesdays.
Oh my God! No. Yeah, I can't be here every week. We gotta work that out.
No, I don't. You don't have to be here every week, but I would like to have you back occasionally.
Just have. Oh my God! Could you imagine? I'll just be here on All-Star on Absolute Superman weeks. That's how we'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm back, bitch. Guess who died this issue?
Let's do it. Yeah, which also happens to be this. Today was the same day as you saying that somebody dies in the Ultimate Universe too. You know what? I did thumb through that, and there was there's some real stuff going on in that book. Like there's body parts being broken, and
yeah, no. Listen, the book was great. I enjoyed the artwork. I just, I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm the Hulk is a beast.
Yeah, that Hulk is no joke, especially he's kind of a gray Hulk, right? So he's a little bit more of
Yeah, but dude, all of his moves have names.
That's true.
Like it's crazy. Like he punches Jen, right? And look, the move is listed down here. Atomic Iron Fist level 1. You know, and he goes, now sit down and have tea and let's talk about it. You know, and then look, here's the immortal weapons of Hulk.
Oh yeah, like the whole team. Wasn't that like their first appearances in
This
that?
is their first appearance. They just came out of nowhere and they just start tearing it up.
He's like, "Oh, you Ultimates! I got a team too. Let's go."
And listen, yeah, exactly. Sith gets her ass beat, and Sith is like, "What? What? I'm Sith. I'm not getting my ass beat."
What is happening? And this is still what, like 6 months out or something before the Maker is supposed to arrive. So there's still
this issue, I think it's 12 months.
12 months. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's still plenty of time. And that's the thing.
I love the idea that the book is taking place close to real time.
Right.
You know, and then of course, because it's an artificial universe, the fact that, you know, that it can move at a different speed than the regular 616.
That is true.
So you know, just like, oh, they move at a different speed because they're a different universe. It was fabricated by the Maker, you know, blah blah blah. You know, whatever you need to make it make sense. Yeah, I love Ultimate Doom. I just love this Reed Richards.
Oh yeah.
You know,
he's fun. The reveal was like, oh really?
But nice. The thing is, we always knew who he was gonna be.
That's true.
So I'm like, and everyone's like, oh, the reveal's so good. I was like, we knew he was a Reed.
That is true.
I was like, we know that Reed's ego is out of control. That's why there's a council of Reeds. I mean, Reed.
Gotta control the Reed.
You know?
Yeah, I can't segue into a Marvel book. I don't have any Fantastic Four reads here. So all I got is Batman. Batman.
All you got is Batman. Look at you. Look at you.
All I got is a Batman. Chip Zdarsky, this is part 2 of his new run, City Dying, or Dying City, excuse me. I got the words crossed up. It kind of brings it back more to the detective aspect. You know, he's working with Bullock. He's, you know this guy. He's working with the old GCPD here and trying to figure out stuff. Imagine this, like just having dinner in a restaurant and Batman's just there as you're drinking your wine and he's like, "What's up? Got some questions?"
You know what? Like, it would just be weird for it would just be like if I get to be me and it's happening, I'll be like, oh my god, Batman's at my table. You know, and Batman will be like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, no, I'm so down for this, Daddy. What are we gonna do?
Hold on, wait 1 second.
I'm like, let me get a selfie. He'll like destroy my phone. I'm like, oh my god, there's a battery in my phone.
Yes. Can I keep the batarang?
Oh, you know, I wouldn't even ask. I would try to keep it, and then he'd like remote zap me or something terrible. You know, and then I'd be like, I was abused by Batman last night because he accused me of being a different tall man, and then he saw my gay ass and didn't know what to do. He broke my phone and gave me a 3rd-degree burn.
Yeah, man. At least he didn't break your arm or leg, right? That's what he does. Just.
By the way, where are you? There's like a bay window. There's like there's a skyline. Like, are you at an Airbnb? Like, where are you hiding?
No, this is just like the upper level. This is like a loft, if you will.
This is the upper level. The upper level. Are you on Long Island? Are you like why do you look like you're in Civilization?
I'm on Long Island. So
okay, you are in Civilization. I knew it. I was like, this is too cute. This is too cute.
I am not hiding after yesterday's result. I am where I am. No, this is one place I go where I will do because of the sound reverberations, if you will, off the walls. I do some of my videos in here. Sometimes
you mean you like the acoustics?
The acoustics, yes.
The acoustics,
the acoustics of the space.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll sometimes I'm in a different orientation. Today I'm in this orientation because for the show, this is the easiest way for me to do 2 screens. Actually, I have 3 screens, which I'm not even using the second screen right now. So in the future, I will probably not be in this room again, unless you're on the show, in which case I will come back to it.
Right, because when I'm around, you got to have 2 screens, or otherwise, what are we even doing?
Right? What is happening here? What is going on? That's all I'm going to say about Batman, by the way. Oh, and there's a different Bat vehicle in this one. Let me see if I can.
Batman. Doom, 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 doom.
That's a thing. Every Batman book needs a different Batman car. I don't know if you could see it behind.
Well, that's because every artist wants to do their own spin and then hope that they get a toy made so that they can profit. And then they screw them out of the profit by having the toy made within the first 6 months of production so that they don't have to pay them.
Yeah, there you go.
Something like that.
They know how the business works. That is something. Oh, there's Freaky Louie's link. Go check Freaky Louie out. And lots of screens are good. Don't get how some do it from their phones. That's true. A lot of people do these from phones.
Amazing. Like more power to them.
Yeah. Well, not everybody, but some people do spend upwards of 4 figures on a phone. So why not put it to work, right? I mean,
I know, right?
It's just so hard to type. Like I can't,
Well, that's why I got this fat phone. But you're right; it's still hard to type even on here.
Yeah.
And what's funny? Sometimes I'll be watching a stream from my living room, like Only Slabs, and I'll have it on the TV, linked, but I'll be doing the chat over here, and then I don't have a problem. That's like the exception to the rule for some reason.
Right. I want to try once because my phone got updated and it said something like, I just thought about it. Whenever I plug it into the computer, now it comes up with like a little list of things you can do, right? Just charge it, download this file, music files, whatever. And one of them recently was use as a webcam. And I was like, what? So in theory, I can plug my phone into my computer and then use it as a webcam. Oh, DJ Links. See, now we can't talk about using phones as a video camera because this guy is nothing but a professional.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He got a shout out from Comic Tom on how pro he is with his setup. So
as he should.
The worst thing though is trying to get around DJ Links at New York Comic Con because he's just taking up the whole lane. He's got the tripod out on wheels with the camera. He's got the microphone out.
I mean, I can dig it.
Can you dig it? Or phone as your PC. See, that's what I was talking about.
I mean, he may have to DJ and be the videographer for my big gay wedding.
There you go. Oh, it's gonna be pumping if you get DJ Links to do it. He'll do the DJing and he'll do the videography. Like it's all a one-stop shop.
No, I want the one-stop shop, and I want the monitors so we see the live pictures happening, all the photos happening. Like you're dancing on the floor, like, oh my god, it's my photo booth picture. Like I want it all.
Yeah. Android and Windows playing nice. Have you seen the commercial? Sorry, I'm like all over the place. Have you seen the commercial with it's the Google Pixel phone and the iPhone? And they're like, Google Pixel's like, hey, I can send messages to people. And the iPhone's like, I can now too, or whatever. And Pixel's like, get out of here. But the Pixel's like constantly like, I don't know how to explain it. You guys got to look it up because it's supposed to be like a joint venture between like Google and iPhone, and the Google Pixel phone is just shitting on the iPhone. It's like, oh, you're just starting to do that? I've been doing this for years now, buddy. Like, welcome to the 21st century. I don't know. It's a funny commercial.
Let's see.
I know this. DJ's announced. All right, so I picked up one later book this week, only because I realized I had 1 through 3 and then 5 of Scarlet. So now I got that Storm Shadow Scarlet number 4. So now we can finish this series and move on in my life.
Why is he wearing a cape? What's he wearing? What's happening in his shoulders?
No, I just think that's a backpack and a strap. Like,
all right, that's more acceptable. Okay.
Yeah, and just because he's in the motion of fighting, and the strap is up in the air. I can appreciate an artist who actually knows physics, you know? So,
Yeah, no, I appreciate that too, but I gotta understand it so I can appreciate it better.
right? You're like, is that a cape? Storm Shadow does not wear a cape.
Well, no, I'm not saying he can't wear a cape. I'm just saying, why is there a cape? You know, like that's a specific and strategic, fashion choice when it comes to Storm. Like when Storm Shadow had the freaking, when he had the what was that, the white foxtail thing in he was climbing the side of a freaking iceberg. Like, I understood. You know, he was looking good. He was looking good and fashionable in the moment while still being pure ass ninja.
And he was warm in the process.
And he was warm as he should be, because you need to remain mobile.
You know why they do that? So when they release that, Storm Shadow Black Label the action figure, they can do it with the cape. Storm Shadow with the cape.
Of course. We all know. We understand. We've been there.
All right. And guys, don't forget to check out the Council of Comics after this at 8 p.m.
Which I'm going to abandon you for in a few minutes.
A few minutes. I'm glad I reminded you. I am not glad I reminded you.
Our guest tonight is from oh my god, why did I forget everything about our guest tonight?
You said it earlier too.
I said from Stellar Lands. We've got Max coming on. It's just great. Max Ferrata. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna talk Stellar Lands. We're gonna do our usual bullshit. We're gonna use hashtags and give out ducks for our fabulous end of month prize package. Which, where the hell are my comics? I'm like, wait a minute.
You're gonna need those for the next show. Yeah, you better find them.
I'm like, wait. I was like, where are the ones I'm giving away? Where are the ones I'm giving away?
Speaking of which, there are no ducks, no giveaways on this show, guys. Watch as everybody.
You're here to watch for love.
Yes.
You know.
We actually lost somebody when I said that. But no, if you want giveaways and ducks, check out my my Monday Night Raw books. That's where we do giveaways. Monday night, 10 p.m. If you're still up after 10 p.m. And if you're up long enough, then go ahead and check out CJ and his Insomniacs after that at some point.
Don't if you can't. So here's the X-Men Alpha.
Yeah, nice.
X-Men 275.
Foily. Who doesn't like X-Men?
First Bishop.
Ooh.
And the Age of Apocalypse Astonishing X-Men.
Yeah. Now the first Bishop, that's first cover Bishop, right? Or
no, that's first full Bishop.
First full, right? Because the first cover is 281.
Yeah,
2 something like that, right?
And then 283. It's first full Bishop.
First full Bishop. That's right. Cool. Those are some cool books. Yeah.
And those are just the ones I'm providing.
There you go. And
it's a magical time.
All giveaway show this Friday on In the Mix with DJ Links. Yes. Mystery boxes and cash prizes.
Cash prizes.
That actually is not a joke, guys. I won a cash prize once from DJ. I think it was just because DJ just didn't have anything, and he's like, "Yo, I'm just gonna Venmo you some money or Cash App you or something." I forget what it was. I think that was the actual gift. He's like, "We're gonna give away some cash." But yeah, guys, check out DJ Links In the Mix. In the Mix with DJ Links.
Yes.
YouTube. All right, so it's I'm Team Pixel. I am also Team Pixel, Phil. I love the Pixel. Actually, that was my last phone. And Scarlet was good. I love the Energon verse, honestly. So like all the Energon verse stuff. Personally, like Transformers has been great. Destro is interesting, right? But at least Destro, we know Destro's his own man. Like he's not Cobra Commander's dude, right? He's his own dude. Right? G.I. Joe's coming out soon.
Also, he's sexier. I mean, he's basically the same, but that chain.
But now he's got
so sexy. It's just so sexy. Like, and now it's just way kinkier than it had to be.
Yeah, Duke was dope in it. It did end flat, but I think part of that was because it had to transition into the rest of the stuff. So Duke was like one of the first books out, and they couldn't give you too much because then it had to kind of fit nicely into the next books that were coming out. We will be getting, as far as I know, a Storm Shadow, right, book at some point. So that'll be interesting. But that's after the G.I. Joe book. So I don't know. I'm in. I'm in. And then we got all the Transformer stuff happening, and Optimus Prime is abandoning Cybertron for Earth, and the Transformers are fighting each other, and the Decepticons are fighting each other. And we found out at some point Starscream was like, tree hugger, and then his friend got shot through the chest, and now he's just out for revenge and wants to kill everybody. And not that tree huggers are a bad thing. I like to hug trees too. Hug a tree. Arbor Day.
Arbor Day is coming. All right, I officially have to leave you. We've hit
Cliff,
up-
thank you for joining me.
My
This
pleasure.
show is going to end flat now without Cliff. We'll see you at 8.
Good night, folks.
Thank you for being here. All right, that was cool. We had Cliff join as my first guest on the new Comic Book Day show. Why? This week it was with Cliff. We're gonna have rotating guests. Hey, if you're interested in being a guest, reach out to me on Instagram. I'll put you on the show. I'm always looking for new talent. I believe next week will be pre-recorded because I will be on vacation with Pops. So my dad, not Pops, not Legion of Comics dad, though I'd go on vacation with that guy too, but with my own dad. So next week will be pre-recorded. And then after the pre-recorded show, Matt Morgan will be joining me, Heroes for Hire on YouTube, and he will be joining me on the show as a co-host that week. And then we'll have different co-hosts rotating after that. All right. So before we go, I got some 50 centers I picked up. We're gonna go through those real quick. These were all 50-cent books. I have a bunch more too, but whatever. I like sharing my 50 centers. Let me start off with some of these. Went to a local warehouse and they had 50-cent books. So now I know this is a dope cover, and there's something behind this book. I don't know. It's a minor spec book, but this is X-Men Cable with the little X-Men Adventures Indica. And then this is issue number 6, Father and Sons. But you got a dope Mr. Sinister there. You got some Domino, and you got Cable. This warehouse had like pretty much the entire run of the 90s Cable and some other books. So we also got Cable Future Shock, because who doesn't love Cable? I mean, that's everybody. But this is a gatefold, guys. So I don't even know if I can fit it in the screen. DJ, I need a wide lens. Look it up. So, and I think this is the first time this book has been opened, because I heard the spines cracking. Like it was like crack, 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 crack. So this was probably a book that sat on the shelf for a while and nobody bought it. But it's 50 cents. I got 2. So these are books like this that will be given away on the Monday Night Raw books too. So if you're not there for Monday Night Raw books, then you don't get those books. Man, I feel like Cliff left and everybody left the room. Oof. We got some Sleepwalker number 5. What else we got? Oh, we got Cable number 1 of 2, and we got Cable part 2 of 2. So we got that mini run, Blood and Metal. Again, these were all 50 cents. Hey, Brian LCS in the house. What is up, Brian? Welcome to New Comic Book Day. Why? We had Cliff on here earlier. You just missed him. This, guys, I don't need to tell you, but it's a special X-Men collectible book. Stripes, Strike Files. An Executioner's Song. What is that? Addendum? Was that? All right. Next up, we got the end of a run. I believe this was this the last one? Or was this? I don't know. I'm going to give you some misinformation, but this is Namor number 62. I'm not sure if this was the last run. If anything, the last issue of the run. No, because I feel like it went into the 90s. There's probably some first appearance in there. Here's Namor the Submariner introducing Lyron, heir to the throne of Atlantis. So this is one of the Submariner's heirs, if you will. He's had a few children over the years. So is Wonder Woman. There's a lot of Wonder Girls. So I don't know. issue 52. I think there was a cameo appearance in that one. Issue number 3. We have the first appearance of the Sea Leopard. Sea Leopard. Let's see what we got here. And if you want to check out Brian LCS, there's the link. Thank you, Christina. This was a naughty book, but not really. This is Namor the Submariner, issue 50. You see the Fantastic Four symbol in there, right? But in here, right, page 1, right? Namor's at the hotel. Says someone's been sleeping in my bed. And on page 2, if I can get it unstuck, is that the invisible woman getting dressed in there? What? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in there. Anyway, if you want to find out the whole story here, go ahead and check out issue 50 from the 90s. What else we got? We got Rise of the Midnight Suns Morbius number 1, complete with the poster in the back, still polybagged, 50 cents. And then we got newsstand, by the way. We got Darkhold, Book of the Sins. This is this is issue 16. So this was the last Darkhold book that was printed in the 90s. Very limited run on this. So not a lot of those books exist in the raw. And then we have the last issue of Excalibur, spectacular last issue, issue number 125, the marriage issue. And this one has a little fold out that says previously on Excalibur. So those were some 50-cent pickups. I had a ton more, but I think we're good there, guys. Let's see. Let's catch up on the chat real quick. So, yes, welcome to my new Wednesday show. We're going to have some rotating hosts. Like I said, if anybody out there is interested in being on the show, let me know. We're going to rotate hosts. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to have Matt Morgan, right, Heroes for Hire, as my co-host. Really fun guy. Go check out his channel, Heroes for Hire. He does a lot of $2 claim sales too. Well, he just started doing claim sales on his channel, but really cool. Sue Storm stepping out, number 104. Right? Yeah, I mean, Sue Storm and Namor have a history together, right? So it's an interesting thing in comics. They haven't really touched upon it lately, right? Namor has a new book. I don't know if it came to an end or if it's on a hiatus, where he's basically getting his butt whooped these days. But that's always a thing that I think lurks in the back of Mr. Fantastic's head, especially when the Submariner's around, is he's like, oh, man. And there you go. Heroes for Hire. Thank you, Christina. Christina's on the ball. Look, I feel like Rolodex, right there with all the links. It's crazy. Kenneth Bird in the house. What is up, Bird, man? Brrr. Welcome to New Comic Book Day. Why? We are coming towards the end of the show, but we did show off some new books, and the premise of the show was to show some new books with some older books. So I do have a few more 50 centers. I did show most of these on my Monday Night Raw book show, but we will show a few of them just to end the show, just to get that old school vibe. None of these are that old, by the way. These are 90s. So if you don't know what I mean, here we go. We're talking 90s. We're talking that rock foil, right? Because no 90s collection is complete without that Torok foil. What else? This is Youngblood Zero. It's a wraparound. Look, you can see my Cup of Comics logo right there in the wraparound cover. I bought this because it came in this really neat Ultra Pro. It says Silver Age. Probably can't read that there. Silver Age plastic without a backboard. So, but it's pretty taut, if you will. Speaking of Youngbloods, there's a character on this book called Badrock, and he's kind of cut off here in the back. But somehow people liked him enough. Oh man, I just hit that on the side of something, and it literally snapped. Well, it's not cool anymore. It's broken. That's what that is. Oh well. It was cool while it lasted. But Badrock, he's not the main character, right? But apparently a lot of people liked them. So they did like Spider-Man and Badrock. This is a Rob Liefeld cover, by the way. And look, there is some feet in this, right? There's like one full spider foot and then 3/4 of another spider foot. What do you know about Double Dragon? Double Dragon #1, newsstand, 50 cents. Oh, look. Badrock's back, Spider-Man. This is a Steven Splat cover, right? So people actually like love this guy, Splat. So I've seen people just buy his books. I gotta stop hitting my books on stuff. What else we got here? Oh, we got another Spider-Man Badrock book. Was this? Who did this one? I don't remember who did this cover. This cover was done by... I don't know. It says Larry Strucker did the inks, but I don't think he did the cover. I don't know. I don't know the signature, and you probably can't see it. It's underneath the Hobgoblin's face, but I don't know. I saw these Badrock and Spider-Man books. I was like, oh, I got to pick it up. And then here's the last one. This is another Rob Liefeld cover, and this is Badrock and Wolverine. So that's cool. Oh, Old Wolf is in the house. What's up, Old Wolf? What is up? What is up? Woohoo, Valiant. Welcome, sir. Yes, that's right. Valiant with the Torok. I think that might have been the only book. Anybody remember Silver Sable when she was embossed on a cover? Silver Sable #1. If you were born in the 90s, I'm pretty sure you at the very least grabbed this book off the shelf. And let's see. All right. Oh, for those of you who like Magic the Gathering, the Magic the Gathering, I think it's all sold out now, so I don't even know what I'm telling you. They did a Secret Lair thing where they had like sets featuring Wolverine, Storm, Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Panther released recently, and boy, did they sell quickly. And I think you can find them on eBay. Each character is probably going for about $100. It's 5 cards in a set. 80 to 8. Did I say 500? $80 to $100. So it's crazy, but yeah, those exist. All right. If you're a Trekkie fan, before we go, anybody ever seen Star Trek and the X-Men? Because I just found this book. Cyclops and Captain James T. Kirk. Little storm hanging out in the background. That's fun. Star Trek Early Voyages, #1. In case you didn't know, these were Marvel books back in the day. Here's another Star Trek X-Men book. Oh, there's one picture of Guardian in here, and Guardian's like I am going to mess you up as Starship Enterprise. Let's see. See if I can find it. Here he is. Crazy. How does that work? I don't know. No idea. Star Trek, Starfleet Academy 1. I feel like this is a TV show now, isn't it? 2 and 3. Very cool. And then, last but not least, we have some more Star Trek Unlimited double premiere issue with Spock and Captain Kirk and I forget the medic's name now. Jim. No, Jim is James. Jim, I'm a doctor, not a magician. I forget his name. I forget what he says. And Aurora. Oh, I forgot the doctor's name. I'm sure somebody out there knows the doctor's name. But all right, guys, that was New Comic Book Day. Why? Even though I just spent the last 20 minutes showing you stuff from the 90s. Why? Why do we buy new comics? Well, we like stories. We like artwork. We like creators. We like new stuff. We like what's happening in the lives of our characters, right? So I'll leave you guys with that. And as we keep the show progressing, definitely look out for new things in the show, little trivia and quizzes and stuff like that. Maybe some prizes at some point, right? Right now, Monday Night Raw Books is the only place you're going to get a prize from me, though. I'm going to leave you with this only because this is the only video I have that kind of fits this show, and it doesn't fit at all, but whatever. Deuces. Peace.
Good afternoon. Now, if you don't think this song is the greatest song ever, I will fight you.
Gonna grab some afternoon